Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ikram and you are watching my YouTube channel English with Ikram. Today it's a spoken English session. Spoken English session 3. And today the topic is how to describe past events. How to describe past incidents. Whenever we want to say something about our past, how can we speak with the help of tenses or any formation of sentences? How can we describe our past events, past incidents, past stories? What are the tenses, what are the formation of sentences that's going to help us to describe, to express ourselves about our past events, past incidents? So let's get started. First of all, we will discuss the formation of sentences. As I have discussed in Spoken English Part 1, that there are two main aspects of a language. Whenever we want to learn, we want to speak a particular language, we have to be focused about two main aspects: accuracy and fluency. These two are the main aspects of a language. Any language that you want to learn, that you want to speak, you have to focus on two aspects: accuracy and fluency. Accuracy is to speak a particular language correctly, with correct grammar and with correct pronunciation. And fluency is to speak with a reasonable pace. There should be coherence, a logical sequence in between your sentences. So, for accuracy, what you are supposed to do, you have to learn grammar, you have to learn grammatical structure, you have to learn syntax, and you have to learn pronunciation, phonetics and phonology. How can you speak a language with correct pronunciation, and how can you speak a language with correct grammar? That's accuracy. And for fluency, you need just practice. Practice, practice, and practice. The more you speak, the more you express yourself, the more fluent you become. This is a very simple technique, a very simple formula for fluency. So whenever we start learning a particular language, we have to be very much conscious about these two aspects. So today's topic is how to describe past events. So there are, first of all, I will discuss the sentence structure. How can we form sentences? Though I have discussed tenses, all tenses, their structure, their sense identification and their application. And after learning tenses, you can apply them in your communication. You can convey your messages with the help of those tenses. So you have to watch those videos. There is a playlist on my YouTube channel, tenses. There are 4 videos. In the first video, tenses part 1, I have discussed the structure of all the tenses according to modern approach, modern methodology, generative grammar, and then in tenses part 2 I have discussed the sense, the identification of all the 12 tenses, and then application session 1 and application or uses session 2. So there are 4 videos. You have to watch those 4 videos. Then practical application will be very much easy for you. How will we form sentences whenever we want to describe, we want to express something that has occurred in the past? So there are 2 tenses that's going to help you to express yourself about past events. To be capable of expressing yourself about past events, past incidents, past stories, anything that had happened in the past. You want to say something about an incident that occurred in the past. Whether it's yesterday, 1 year ago, or centuries ago. You want to say something about that particular event, you will use these 2 tenses. Number 1, simple past. As I have told you that I have discussed all the tenses, the structure, the sense and application, everything. You have to watch those videos again. I will give the links of all those videos here in the description of this video. Simple past plus past continuous. This is a very good combination for your practice. I am discussing this just to give you a sort of practice of spoken language, practice for fluency. I am teaching you the structure for accuracy, and this how to describe your past incident. This is a topic for discussion for your fluency, for the practice of your fluency. To improve the level of your fluency, this is a very good topic. And these 2 tenses, these are a very good combination. This is a very good combination for practice of to improve, to enhance the level of your fluency. Now, what is the structure of simple past tense? As I have discussed the structure, subject plus V2 plus object in affirmative, and in negative, subject. We know that whenever we form a negative sentence, we put not after the helping verb. This is simple technique for the formation of negative sentences. The helping verb here is did, not, then V2 is changed into V1 plus object. This is the structure of simple past tense. And then how do we form interrogative sentence? There are two formations, two methodologies of the formation of interrogative sentences. By putting the helping verb in the beginning and by WH words. And WH words are when, where, how, why, what, which. And whenever we use WH word at the beginning to form an interrogative sentence, we have to put the helping verb of that particular tense just after the WH words. So I will give you some practice here. It is did plus subject plus V1 plus object. And when we use WH word, the second methodology, the second formation of interrogative sentence, WH word plus did plus subject plus V1 plus object. You have to follow this structure whenever you want to say something about simple past. As I have discussed in my video, the sense of all the tenses, simple past tenses, an action occurred in the past, before present, completed, finished, occurred before present, and we mention the time of the past. There is some sort of confusion that that is often found among people, that they mix this tense with present perfect. The difference between these two tenses is this: an action that occurred in the past, finished in the past, and time is mentioned. We mention the time of the past, that is simple past tense. But when an action occurred in the past, but the symptom of that action can be found here at present, that is, our action occurred very close to present, that action occurred recently, that is present perfect tense, and time of the past is normally not mentioned. So this is the difference between these two tenses. Action occurred in the past, we mention the time of the past. Either we say yesterday, last week, last Sunday, 2 months ago, 2010. The time of the past is normally mentioned, right? So this is the structure of the formation of simple past tense. Now the next one is past continuous. The structure of this tense is subject plus was verb plus V1, ing and object. Normally students ask this question in WhatsApp groups and on Facebook, that how can we speak English fluently? This is a very common question that I often observe on different social media, that how can we form sentences? How can we speak English with the help of tenses? How can we speak English fluently and accurately? So this is a simple procedure. Just follow the structure, just practice this structure, and then practice. And for practice, I will give you, this session is in two different parts. First is for accuracy, I am teaching you this structure, and then in the second part, I will discuss fluency. How can you speak yourself? How can you express yourself with confidence? That's fluency, and it will give you a lot of practice. Then negative, as I have told you, we put not after the helping verb. Was verb plus not plus V1, ing and object. And then in case of interrogative, we put helping verb in the beginning. Was verb plus subject plus V1, ing and object. And then second formation, when we use WH word at the beginning, WH word plus was verb plus subject plus V1, ing and object. So this is a very good, very conducive combination of two tenses, simple past and past continuous tense. And whenever you want to say something, this is the structure, and you have learned this very simple structure, and I have already discussed in detail the structures of all the tenses. Here, just for your spoken language, I am discussing this again. Simple past tense, this is the structure. You have to be very much focused about the structure for accuracy. And if you want to say something, or if you want to write something about your past. And then the second is past continuous tense, and this is the structure. And by using this very good combination, you can express yourself about the past incident. So now the second part of the session is for fluency. You have learnt a particular structure. This is for accuracy. Now your sentences should be 100% accurate. You won't say anything grammatically incorrect. For fluency, as I have shown, the topic is to describe past events, past incidents, stories. And normally, the topic for essay is given in your papers, class 10th or second year or any other exam, a visit to some historical place. Whenever you start writing about a visit to some historical place, obviously that visit is in the past. You use these two structures, simple past and past continuous tense. By using these two tenses, you say something about past. A visit to some historical place, a visit to some hill station, or any story, whatever the story is. For example, there are some traditional stories that's been given by the teacher. You write since ages. 70 years ago, once upon a time, there was a crow. He was thirsty. He was wandering here and there in search of water. Suddenly he saw a pitcher somewhere. He tried to drink water. That water was out of his reach. So look at the structure of the sentences. All the sentences are either in simple past or past continuous tense. You have to use your cognitive capabilities. You have to think yourself. You have to create your story by using these two tenses. And in the story, once upon a time, there was a dog. He was hungry. He wandered here and there in search of food. He went to a butcher shop. The butcher threw a piece of meat. So again, all the tenses are either in simple past and past continuous tense. So if you have learned the structure, then it shouldn't be any problem for you to speak yourself, to express yourself, or to write or say something about past. For example, if you want to write a story, you should write yourself, because you have learned the structure. This combination, the structure of these two tenses, it will help you to write a story. You should create your story yourself by using your own mind, by using your own cognitive capabilities. You can write yourself. It won't be any problem because the structure is there. Accuracy is there. You just need fluency in writing and fluency in speaking. So, for example, I just want to say something about past. Yesterday, when I was going to college, on the way, I saw some people were gathered on the road. I went close to them. I saw a person was lying on the ground. He was mourning with pain. We all picked him and we put him in the taxi, in the cab. We took him to the hospital. The doctor came, he examined him, and he gave him some necessary treatment. So again, look at my sentences. Now, let's see. Yesterday, when I was going to bazaar, yesterday, when I was going to college, past continuous tense. You have to now look at the structure of all the sentences. Either it would be simple past or past continuous tense. Yesterday, when I was going to bazaar, past continuous tense. I saw some people were gathered on the road. Simple past tense. I went close to them. Simple past tense. And when I saw a person was lying on the ground. Again, simple past tense. He was mourning with pain. He was crying with pain. Past continuous tense. All the people picked him up. Simple past tense. And put him in the cave. Simple past tense. We all took him to the hospital. Simple past tense. The doctor came. Again, simple past tense. The doctor examined him. There were certain minor injuries. Simple past tense. He gave him some necessary first aid or treatment. Again, simple past tense. He was safe. He was alive. Simple past tense. So, whatever you want to say about past incidents, anything, any incident that occurred, that happened in the past, you want to say something about that, you will use these two tenses, simple past tense and past continuous tense. But The thing is, you have to express yourself. You have to speak out. You have to feel some sort of confidence. The thing is that we people feel shy. People feel agitation. We don't want to say something. Just practice this structure for 1, 2, or 3 or 4 events. After 3 or 4 events, you will start speaking fluently. Because fluency is all about practice. As I have told you that the more you speak, the more fluent you become. It's very simple. So this is the structure, as I have given you the structure, and I have already discussed the structure of all the tenses. You have to watch those we use if you want to be accurate in English, if you want to write accurately, or if you want to speak accurately. So I will give you some more examples, some more practice for fluency. Now I don't think that there isn't any issue of accuracy for speaking about your past. As I have given some example, any story, just take any story that you have crammed. Just try to say something, any story that you have crammed already. Any past story. This is fluency. Past, obviously story is in the past. Story, past events, or you can say past incidents. We have discussed the structure, simple past and past continuous tense, right? And you have to be very much conscious about the structure, and by using that structure, the combination of those two tenses, you will say anything that has occurred in the past. Any other example, for example, any accident, any incident that occurred in the past. Last year, I was, just for example, I was going to Lahore. I reached Lahore on 23rd March last year in 2019. I went to my cousin's home. I reached there at 6 a.m. When I reached there, they were busy in taking their breakfast. They were taking their breakfast. I went there. I asked them that I would take some rest for some time. I took some rest. Then after 2 hours, I took my breakfast. Then I went to visit different historical places with my cousins. I visited Shalimar Bagh. I visited Minar-e-Pakistan. I wandered here and there with my cousins. I enjoyed a lot. I spent 7 days there. Then after 7 days, I came back to my home. Again, just look at the structure of my sentences. There isn't any other sentence except simple past and past continuous tense. So now what you are supposed to do, you have to practice yourselves. First, for accuracy, as I have told you, these are the two main pillars. Again, I am focusing on these two, fluency and accuracy. These two are the main aspects, the main pillars of a language. For accuracy, you have to be very much clear about grammar, grammatical structure, formation of sentences, and sometimes pronunciation. And for pronunciation, I've been discussing sound and vowel sound and consonant sound and syllable and stress, everything. And grammar, I have discussed all the tenses, the structure, formation of sentences, how to form questions, different types of questions, different types of sentences. So you should watch all those videos. So the purpose is just to make you people fluent or accurate in speaking. You should be able to convey your messages in English with confidence. So accuracy gives you confidence. When you feel that I am accurate to a large extent, to a higher level, then you feel confident. Then fluency comes automatically. But this is a question that should come in your mind. These two pillars are there. Which one is more important? If you talk about accuracy and fluency, which one is more important? Either it's accuracy or fluency. For a beginner, fluency is more important. Your focus should be fluency. Just try to speak out. Just try to express yourself. Accuracy will come gradually with the passage of time. Because it's not possible for you to be accurate within 1 month or 6 months or even in years. Because being non-native speaker, it's not possible for us to be 100% accurate. The level will be enhanced gradually, automatically with the passage of time. With different classes, different channels, different resources, by different learning, your level of accuracy will improve. That will enhance with the passage of time. Your focus should be on fluency. And what you will do for fluency, you will just speak out. You will just express yourself. Just remove your hesitation. Don't feel shy. Be confident. Just whether you are right or wrong, don't think about it. And one thing more, that is habit formation. Another rule. What is habit formation? You have to make a habit of thinking directly in the target language. This is a very bad habit that first we think in our native language, then we translate our thoughts from native language to the target language, then automatically the process of speaking that slows down. You cannot speak fluently. So what you are supposed to do, you have to make a habit of thinking directly in the target language. Whatever you want to say, think directly in that language and try to say. Then your process of speaking, that will be more fast. So for fluency, you need practice. Just speak out. Don't think about your grammar, that whether I am wrong or right or wrong. The people would laugh at me. Let people laugh at you. Just speak out. Just express yourself. So this is the topic for today's session. You have to say something about your past. Any incident that occurred in the past, and you have to say something about that incident. Try to be fluent. For accuracy, I have discussed the structure. Whenever you will say something about your past, you will use either simple past tense or past continuous tense. This is for your accuracy. We have discussed the structure. And for fluency, the topic is say something about past incident. Any fabricated or any, what you can say, real incident, anything that has happened in your life, real, or sometimes you just fabricate something. Just you can suppose that. So it's all about practice. If that's real, then that will give you real practice. Anything that happened in your life last year, after your childhood, whatever you have got, whatever you have achieved, you can say something about that. For example, when I say, this is the last example. I was born in 1977. I got my primary education from government primary school, my native town. Then I got admission in high school, Hassa. I passed my SSC exam from there. I got 660 marks in my SSC. Then I got admission in my FSC degree college. I passed my SSC from my FSC from government degree college. I got 680 marks. Then I got admission in my graduation. I took the combination of English literature. I scored first division in my graduation. Then I got admission in language and linguistics in Ikram University, Muzaffarabad. I passed my master's. I got my master's degree from there. Then I started teaching at private level. I taught in Pioneers College, Hyderabad. I taught in Cadet College, Murray. I taught in Jinnah College, Mansehra. So then I started teaching in government level. I have taught in different colleges. So this is all about my past. So whatever you did in the past, from your birth till now, you can describe just with the help of these two tenses, simple past and past continuous tense. So for your practice, after learning this particular combination, the combination of these two tenses, you can practice by expressing yourself about past. So as I told you, that you have to make a habit of thinking directly in English, directly in the native language, in the target language. And here the target language is English. We want to speak, we want to learn English language. So this is the basic point. Remove your hesitation. Just try to feel confident. And when do you feel confident? When you have a reasonable level of accuracy. And for a reasonable level of accuracy, you have to learn structure. You have to learn these different types of sentences. You have to practice these sentences. And then for fluency, you will practice all these things. So this is the topic for today's session of fluency, that you have to speak about your past. So this is the simplest topic, that whatever you did in the past, your own achievement, your own life, your life story, that I was born till wherever you are. I did this, I did this, I got first position, I got admission, I went there, I observed this, I did this, I achieved this. So whatever you achieved, whatever you got in the past, whatever you did in the past, you can express that with the help of these two tenses. And then just take a simple story. Just write a story yourself. Anything that you feel that's occurred in the past, whether it's in your village or in your town or in your city, in your province, in cricket, in science, in technology, any field that you are interested in. It's very simple. For example, you are interested in sports. You have keen interest in sports. So you can write, you can speak about sports. Whatever happened in the sports since your adolescence, your childhood. In 1992, Pakistan won the World Cup. After that, he was the captain. Pakistan played this series against this. So whatever you see happened in cricket, you have observed that. You are a very close follower of cricket. You can express yourself. You can describe all those things. But again, for accuracy, you have to follow these two structures, these two tenses, simple past and past continuous tense. So this is a very simple procedure. Just keep this thing in mind that I will first discuss accuracy, and for accuracy I will discuss certain formation of sentences, the sentences that are going to help you to speak, to express yourself. And then the next session would be for fluency, and for fluency I will discuss the topic, the practical application of that formation. How can you express yourself with the help of that particular formation of sentences? So for fluency I will give you certain topics. You will express yourself on those topics. So topic of the day is past incident, past story, or anything that occurred in the past. I hope now you are clear. So this is a new series that I have started, though I have uploaded 2 lectures almost 2 months ago. Spoken English Part 1, how to be fluent, and Spoken English Part 2, how can you express yourself with the help of simple present tense. This is Spoken English Part 3. Here the topic is how can you express yourself about past incident or past events. So this is a new series, and students or my viewers are very much interested. They are very keen interest in speaking. They want to speak. So if you will follow me, you will keep on watching my videos. Inshallah, after 5 or 6 sessions, you will start speaking English fluently and accurately. But you have to watch complete video with concentration. And if you feel any sort of confusion or any query, any question, you have to ask that question in the comment box down in the video. And one thing more that I have told you earlier, you have to watch videos about tenses. All the tenses, the structure of the tenses, the sense and application of the tenses, you have to watch those videos. And how will you watch the videos? Just go on my channel, English with Ikram. If you haven't subscribed that channel, subscribe it right now. Go to the playlist, tenses. You will open that playlist and you will find all the 4 videos over there. And the other methodology is just go in the description of this video. You will find the links of all the 4 videos over there. So I hope you will watch the videos, you will like and share the videos, and keep on watching my videos. That's all for today. Thank you very much.